Well, he attack me. But JAYDEN chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, JAYDEN chase, and that one we go bring on another reason on the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through. But you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now, nation, citizens are calling for a public address from Andrew Holness following the horrific treatment of Nzinga King by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And truth be told, the security forces have violated civil rights on numerous occasions. But since Andrew Holness put certain protocols in play and gave the JCF officers the ability to arrest individuals for mask offenses, them pepper spray a vehicle occupied by passengers. Passengers exited the vehicle and removed their mask naturally, and based on protocols put in place by the leader of the current administration, officers detained Nzinga. Now in the come say them a launch investigation. You don't need no investigation. She was detained with dreadlocks and released without it. Barbershop of a police station. As soon as somebody says something about the current administration or the leader of it, right away the police can find these individuals and the situation can be remedied from their point of view. When a citizen is accused of a crime, they are taken into custody. Why is it that none of these officers have been arrested or taken into custody for the assault? Because that is what it was. And in this day and age, unfair treatment against Rastafarians should not even be a thing we are discussed. With the government and the tourism board putting Rastafarians for everything where them try to export or sell to tourists. This is definitely something the Prime Minister needs to address. It has reached a point now where, based on the instruction of the Prime Minister, officers are now in the streets violating human rights. It's almost like you can't drink something in public. If you remove your mask to take a sip from something, officers seeing you removing your mask to take that sip, based on instruction given by this administration, can arrest any individual them feel like. Sometimes some people are driving around by themselves in them car with their mask. I mean, I say, what's the purpose of that? But maybe based on how officers are treat them decide say the best thing for us, keep it on even while we're driving our own personal vehicle with no other occupants. Of course, we want to see a solution to what take place, not just locally, but worldwide with the big C. But I'm not planning to give up my rights to do that. What the future we have fight for see? We have fight for live for see. If to get there we have to give up basic human rights. But they must say them go suspend them, and then after this them go grant them back. Just like how them set example with civilians, an example should be set in this matter so that the systematic violation of civilian rights can end. A gun and a badge doesn't mean say you're above the law. It means that you are there to enforce the law. There's no law that gives security force members the right to violate a civilian, whether physically or verbally, assault a citizen without unprovoked. And it should not just be looked at as officers trimming a Rastafarian. It should be looked at as an assault against a young woman by a Jamaica Constabulary Force member. This is how it should be viewed. Nation, talk to me in the comment section. Let me know if you agree with other citizens who feel like this is something with the Minister of National Security, for one, have to come address the situation. And of course, the current leader of the country, as I said, based on protocols put in place by Andrew Holness, citizens are saying that the JCF has now found a new way to harass individuals going about their daily lives. As I'm going to tell you, them have the mass truck and move through most parish capitals, and them indiscriminately put people up in night. And before them try to tell you, she violate protocol, she was wearing a mask. a situation occurred that forced her to remove it. As a matter of fact, for those overseas, I'm going to hear from her herself and they will continue reasoning. Look and listen.
I was still standing there. She said, young lady, you know, hear me say to remove the school shoe from your hair. I then remove my hair. She started cutting my hair. After cutting my hair once, the scissors that she was using did not cut my hair properly. So she called for another scissors. So she cut my hair twice. Because after she used that first those scissors, my hair never cut as how she wanted or whatever. But she used another scissors to cut my hair. I then bend down and take up some of the hair and I had it in my hand. I was there and then she put me in the cell in lockup. I was in lockup from Thursday night. I was on my menstruation. I couldn't change my clothes. I couldn't change my sanitary napkin. I couldn't bathe. I got nothing to eat. On Friday, my mother came. Thursday, I got locked up. Friday, my mother came with snack, water, and stuff. They denied my mother. They did not take that visit. They denied the visit.
They took the stuff, but they didn't take the food from her.
They did not take the food from my mother. They only took the clothes, the clothing. From Thursday night, I did not eat. On Sunday, my mother said she brought some dinner because Sunday is the official visiting day. They did not give me that food until 6 o'clock in the evening. When I got the food was sour. I couldn't eat the food because the food had closed up with the vegetable and everything on it. So I couldn't eat the food because the food was sour. I was there so stressed out, traumatized. A current situation had happened to me and that still had impacts on me. And in the lockup, I can't get anybody to talk to. I was in the lockup. I was in the lockup and Monday my mother came and my mother paid the $6,000 and I was released from lockup.
Surprisingly, on Monday when I went for her, only to see they brought a little girl to me without no locks on her head. Because believe me, I couldn't even identify my daughter at the time when I saw her. Because I was saying that why the police are taking so long to bring her out after I have brought the receipt to them saying that I paid the fine. And when the policewoman tell me that it's my daughter, I almost pass out. And me asked her, I said, warm to your locks, where your locks there? She said, one policewoman trim her. I said, where the policewoman the name, where she come from? She said, one policewoman named Corporal Mitchell. Trim her.
Yes, nation. As I say, even hearing it from her herself, it make it sound even more horrific. Some situation where she's been through in the past, and then this again. This is always a sad sight. We see those who have been tasked to serve and protect, to see them out there and disrespect the same people who pay tax and pay them, and that's something will look good. But I said the one called JAYDEN, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. I am reminding you now, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but they like the reason and of course they like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. Comment section open 24/7, never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions there. Until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are to live, love, and prosper.